These kids don't play my shit, I never had a top 10. Maybe it's cause I sing about violence and depression.
Yes. But that needs to be switched around. Because a lot of the stuff being played in the top 10s that these kids are listening to is garbage. Garbage, trash. Put out there intentionally for your kids to hear. Trash. Tell them, Ren. We are grounded, the circuit is closed, and the systems are officially live. My name is Wise, and you're watching the Ohmic Owl. Today, we're going to be reacting to Ren. The third time I've reacted to Ren. The first time was to a song, Hi Ren. It was a work order, a song of my choice. A story between light and dark. A spirit shocker. The second, after being introduced to the Renegades, and then receiving a request for a specific song. I then put in a service call for the tales of Jenny and Screech. That one was a rough one to get through. It was a deep one and an emotional one on subjects not easily openly discussed, but one I welcomed with open arms. Today, it's going to be a lot lighter. From what I hear, I have not seen this video. I have not heard this song before. I'm going to experience it for the first time with you, the viewer. Without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Get it? Power. These kids don't play my shit, I never had a top 10. Maybe.
All right, I'm digging it. Complete 360 change in direction, or 180 if you will, from the first two songs, Hi Ren and the Tales of Jenny and Screech. I think here we get a first-hand experience of the versatility of Ren's musicianship. From playing guitar, acoustic rhythms, deep, dark lyrics, dark vibes, heavy, heartfelt songs. And then this, something with the hip-hop, R&B, funky kind of vibe. In the daylight, driving around town, cruising in the car with your buddy. And I believe, literally, this is his buddy. I have been told by the Renegades, thank you Renegades, that the driver is Sam Perry Falvey. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Samuel Perry Falvey, who happens to be one of Ren's good friends and his cinematographer from the Hi Ren video, and possibly more. Let me know in the comments. And this is the vibe that we're getting. Just cruising in the town with your homie. Feeling it. The way I imagine I would if I was cruising around with one of my homies. Rolling down the street, bumping the music in the car stereo, being goofs, having a good time. Now let's see about those lyrics and what he's actually talking about in this song. We're going to start it from the beginning. And I do have the lyrics pulled up just so we can go over them.
Get it? Power. These kids kids don't play my shit.
Okay, before he breaks into this verse, I know Ren's very intentional about his videos, cinematography, symbolism, and whatnot. I don't think this is just any street he's rolling down. I may be wrong, but if I'm right, let me know, where is it that he's cruising around, and what's the significance? Is he from these streets? Is it about someone or something in which this story is told? I'm curious to know, because I have a feeling they're not just driving anywhere. There's purpose behind it, I believe. Let's get it.
These kids don't play my shit, I never had a top 10. Maybe it's cause I sing about violence and depression.
Yes. But that needs to be switched around. Because a lot of the stuff being played in the top 10s that these kids are listening to is garbage. Garbage trash. Put out there intentionally for your kids to hear. Trash. Tell them, Ren.
Never had a top 10. Maybe it's cause I sing about violence and depression. They say don't blame these kids, just focus on yourself, friend. Well, if they don't like what I'm doing now, then fuck them. Don't trip high up the ante, learning licks like John Pashanti, smoking spliffs and popping candy, idolizing Sid and Nancy. Woo! Rock and roll in my soul, bumping Nat King Cole.
Woo! Let's go, Ren. Yeah. I knew he had flow, but this is my first time actually hearing him drop bars like this. No doubt in my mind that he could. I'm not shocked at all. And he's hitting hard. Let's go back just a little bit. Gotta hear that again.
Maybe it's cause I sing about violence and depression. They say don't blame these kids, just focus on yourself, friend. Well, if they don't like what I'm doing now, then fuck them. Don't trip high up the ante, learning licks like John Pashanti, smoking spliffs and popping candy, idolizing Sid and Nancy. Woo! Rock and roll in my soul, bumping Nat King Cole. On the dole, fish and chips and games consoles, council house and violent flow. But life weren't sweet at home. Mum and dad took a trip and they split shalom. What will be, but me, I hate to see my mum alone. Late night crying, get so high to try to silence sounds of fighting. Through the walls I heard love dying, so I focused on my...
Come on. Come on, all you viewers out there. How many of you come from a broken home? If you're listening to Ren, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say there's about a 90% chance, if not higher, you come from a broken home. I know I have. My family's not perfect. I love my family, but broken nonetheless.
What will be, but me, I hate to see my mum alone. Late night crying, get so high to try to silence sounds of fighting. Through the walls I heard love dying, so I focused on my... That's what it was. I focused on my... Now let's go back. Let's go back.
I love that hook. That's what it is. I focused on my power. Bro, tell him.
Now let's go back. Let's go back. These kids don't play my shit, I never had a gold plaque. My style is old school, but I swear this ain't a throwback. I put my visions into rhythms on a dope track. To understand the place I'm coming from, let's go back. When I was 16, I was a sick teen, I was a victim of my head. I was just 16, up in the kitchen, racking up lines till my nose bled. 16, in an affliction, in an addiction.
When I was 16, I was a sick teen. I was a victim of my head. I was just 16, up in the kitchen, racking up lines till my nose bled. Ren. dropping bars on their heads.
With my dread, I was just on a dope track to understand the place I'm coming from. Let's go back. When I was 16, I was a sick teen. I was a victim of my head. I was just 16, up in the kitchen, racking up lines till my nose bled. 16, in an affliction, in an addiction with my dread. I was just 16, I was quite sick then. I was a prick then, I was a pleb, but fuck it. We're all misguided individuals, life can suck it.
Hey man, when I was 16, I was going through it. To each their own. But those early teens, discovering new things, girlfriends, new, thinking, feeling, exclaiming, shouting the word love, whatever my understanding of love was. Father always working. Mother doing her best. Trying to stay active in sports. Struggling to keep grades up. Sixteen is quite an age to go through as a young boy. Feeling like a man, physically. Beginning to look and feel like a man, mentally still a young child. For me, this is when I began drinking and even a little smoking. But at 16, I found alcohol. And I went in hard. In a way, I was sick too. Not to compare myself at all to Rin. But I was sick. And I was poisoning myself. All right, let's go.
Addiction with my dread. I was just 16, I was quite sick then. I was a prick then, I was a pleb, but fuck it. We're all misguided individuals, life can suck it. My cup ain't half full, man, I'm filling up the whole bucket. I'll drink my tears so I can drown my sorrow. Sing like I might die tomorrow. Live note for note, I go for broke on every single song I wrote. And every single song I write brings freedom to my weary mind. A healing that you'll only find inside an intro.
Hey. When you can't fully find a way to express your thoughts, just taking a pen to paper is one way to absolutely find clarity in your mind. Especially when you aren't able to sort things out. There's some magic to being able to take a pen to paper and taking these cluttered thoughts, these convoluted thoughts, and putting them down on paper. And it's like literally picking them out of your head, taking them off that cluttered shelf and clearing space for new thoughts, more clarity, room for growth. And when you can't do that, growth becomes difficult. Healing, if you will. Note for note, I go for broke on every single song I wrote. And every single song I write brings freedom to my weary mind. A healing that you'll only find inside an intricate design of kicks and snares and flat bass lines. I flip the script until I find my... It is what it is. I focus on my... Now run the track, run the track. Get it? A little bit off subject, but also on it. Those double-decker buses, not a thing here in America. I've always known it's been a thing in the UK. And I've always wanted to see them drive by. I've seen, concepts and, projects here and there, but I mean, as an everyday thing. Pretty cool. Anyway, back to it.
Get it?
Sometimes just taking a ride out with your homie in the car can feel like power. A means of escaping all the noise outside. Just going for a ride. And actually, this very still frame right here reminds me of a little drive right before you hit the coastline to the beach. Newport, to be exact. Just beyond the cars is sand and water. I know that's not the case actually here in this video. But this still frame, this screenshot right here, sparks a lot of memories for me. And a source of power for myself. I happen to like the water. I like the ocean. I like the coastline. And when I need to get away and clear my mind, and maybe riding isn't the means to do it, going to the beach, to the end of the continent, and looking out into the endless ocean, hearing the crashing waves, is a source of power. A humbling source of power. A source of power that puts you in your place and slows you down. You gain perspective. I know I'm kind of drifting off here, but it's a reaction, and this is what we do, right? Man, it's been a while since I've taken a ride with a friend in a car like this and just jammed out to some music, dancing. Don't care who's watching. Don't care who sees us. Just letting it out and having a great time. Do any of you do that? How many of you did that just today? Maybe yesterday. How many of you don't have a friend to do this with? Maybe that's too personal a question, but why not ask? All right.
Get it? Power. Get it?
All right. Ren. Power. Ooh. Get it? How many of you want power? How many of you are surrounded by people who want power? How many of you feel like you're in a place where you have no power? There's always reason to keep it positive. Keep going. Keep breathing. One foot in front of the other. When your mind is troubled, write it down on a piece of paper. Clear your mind. Sing some lyrics. Jam in the car with your buddy. Take a cruise. My name is Wise. Thank you for this reaction request, and we'll see you on the next one.